Alba, I'm so happy to meet you and so grateful to have this time with you.
You're welcome.
Let's get to know you a little bit. Can
Okay.
you tell us a little bit about your background?
I kind of fell into hypnosis just like I fell into my last career. I have spent decades in telecommunications. That was my career most of my life. And I loved it. It was great. But I also enjoyed being with people. I enjoyed talking with people, you know, getting to know them. So I started doing life coaching in the evenings. But I always felt that the life coaching didn't get into the people's soul. I wanted to get inside their soul. And life coaching, it was kind of on the surface. You got a little bit deep, but not deep enough. I knew there was something else there. I could make some changes, but I couldn't make enough. This was not a conscious thing. It was something kind of like in the back of my head. And whenever you put an intention out there to the universe, they hear you. Now at that time, that was around 2007, around then, I was also doing automatic writing. And my guides were telling me at that time, you're going to be doing more of this coaching, but you're going to be doing face-to-face. And I said, no way. Because I was a very introverted person. I didn't like face-to-face at all. And they said, oh, and by the way, you're going to be known all around the world. And I said, well, you guys are on crack. No, this is not happening. How could it possibly happen? I said, this is not going to happen. But my guides kept insisting that I would be doing more to help people. So fast forward a few years, I'm still doing my automatic writing. I'm still very spiritually inclined. But I was also working in a field that was not spiritual. You know, this is a technical field. So I felt a lot of division there, you know, like how can I get myself out there? Well, life has a way of paving the way, whether you want to or not. We had a lot of things going on in my family. My life changed, and I had to get that automatic writing out into the world and kind of face my spirituality. So that was the first thing that happened in my life. I had to actually put my writing out there and tell the whole world that I was spiritual, okay? After being professional for so many years. That was my first step, and people loved it. They said, oh my God, you're writing about me. And I'm like, no, this is my writing. This is about me. And that was the first time I realized that we're all one. We all are feeling the same problem. We're all feeling the same. So, more years progress. At that time, I was doing some exercising, some kickboxing, and I was getting injured for some reason. I never get injured. And I kept getting injured more and more. Tripped over my dogs, broke my toe, messed up my knee, messed up my wrist. I was on the couch, totally unable to function. So I'm with my iPad, and I find Dolores Cannon. What is this? You know? And I'm reading what she's, I'm reading, all about this quantum healing hypnosis technique, and I'm going, oh my God, that's the next step to coaching. She's actually getting into people's soul and able to help them. So I said, I'm taking the class, So I did the online class. And I'm not one to do anything halfway. When I'm doing something, I do it all the way. So I even had my website up before I even finished my class. I said, no, I'm doing this. I'm diving in. And I started practicing immediately. As soon as I got my little piece of paper saying I had passed my test, which wasn't an easy test, I started practicing on the weekends. And practicing and practicing. Now, the good thing about what I was doing at the time, I was working for the University of Miami, and I did all the recordings for the University of Miami. The greetings, thank you for calling the office of so-and-so, press 1, press 2. So I had spent years developing my voice already, okay? And that's why I say nothing happens by accident, because you fall into the right jobs and things are being put into place for you. I already had the voice to start doing this. The only thing I didn't have is the manner in which to go along with what the quantum healing technique is all about. Dolores Cannon was very, very adamant about the way you speak with the client, how you conduct your session in the sort of the cadence that you do with your voice. And at first, I was terrible. Okay, I was terrible. Everybody who starts new is terrible because you don't really know. But I had some coaching from other practitioners who kind of told me, hey, you know, you're being a little bit too assertive, or you're, you know, too strong, and you need to fix that. And I started working with my voice. And I also speak Spanish. So I was not only helping the American community, but I was also doing the Hispanic community. So I was like able to also practice what I was doing in Spanish. So what happened, and why I mention that, is because I have a colleague who we both went to class together. His name is Antonio Sangio. Antonio and I became best friends. We speak to each other every night. We coach each other. And he said, Alba, there's this guy who is in Colombia. His name is Aurelio Meijia, who does hypnosis too. Why don't you watch his videos? And we started picking up some of the techniques that he was doing. And that was the forgiveness work.
Does he actually show his technique
Oh,
in the video?
yeah, he does it, but his is a clinical.
Yeah.
He's a clinical hypnotherapist, so he gets into a lot of phobias, a lot of issues with people.
Okay.
That's not the type of work I like to get into. That's why I call my work the journey of, you know, the spiritual awakening. And so we started watching him, and we started seeing how he was doing the techniques. But I realized that in order for me to do what I did, I had to become a hypnotherapist. In my state of Florida, you need to become a hypnotherapist in order to do therapy. And this is what Aurelio Meijia was doing. So I became, it took me, you know, over a year of classes to become a hypnotherapist. And I was incorporating not only the techniques that Dolores Cannon was teaching me, or taught me, but also Aurelio Meijia's work of forgiveness, of entity releasement work, and also the work that I was learning from my hypnotherapy school. So I was incorporating that. Plus, when I do these sessions, I put myself into a hypnotic state myself. So I'm channeling my higher self. So I'm basically on autopilot. This stuff is just coming through me. So I don't know what I'm going to say next. It just happens. So using all of these techniques, plus my own guides taking me on my journey, this is how I developed my technique.
Telepathy. It's like they're secretly doing it.
How does it feel to receive that?
I like it. I like it a lot. Yeah, I'm grateful that they do that. And they kind of like do it under the table without like our commanders knowing. Like if they get to us, we could eventually one day get to the rest of us, or the rest of the reptilians. Let them know that we're just being controlled. That we're just being used. And we're capable of so much more.
So what are you learning from these reptilians? I mean,
love. They're teaching me love.
They're teaching you. The amphibious people teach you love?
Yeah. They have no reason to. All we do is take. They're just so generous. Giving us light, love.
How is that affecting you, Earl?
Oh, it's changing me. I feel it. I feel the vibrations inside me. Makes me dislike being a reptile even more. it's not necessarily being reptilian that's bad. It's that we don't know how to change. We don't. It's born into us. Mm-hmm. We're born this way. Mm-hmm. We don't know any better.
So now as you feel this love coming through you, how does that feel?
Oh, it's so amazing.
Feel it.
I do. I feel it through my whole body.
Mm-hmm. Absorb it. Oh. Make it yours. Feel that love.
Oh, it's so amazing. Mm-hmm. They're such good things. They're so positive. I have so much to give. So much love. So much to share. But all we want is weapons. All we want is the stupid technology when they could show us so much more. But we just want crap. We want crap. But I'm not in command. Mm-hmm. I just do what I'm told.
Who is in command, Earl?
Oh, man. These white reptilians. Mm-hmm. They're high up. They're mean.
They're mean?
They're really mean. Mm-hmm. Like if they knew what I was feeling right now and what they're giving me,
what would happen?
They'd probably kill me. They'd kill me. Mm-hmm.